2, are you trying to get to faux locks from some old Marley twists? Well, stay tuned because you can learn how to do so with this quick and easy tutorial. But you'll need a couple of things. First, you'll need a lighter, and this is to seal the ends and burn them at the end. And you'll need some hair. I use Marley hair in color 1B and in color 30. And 30 I tended to cut it in half. So stay tuned. So at this point, I'm starting with the braid base that I do for the Marley twist. And you can see that I left a little bit of the hair out, and then I'm holding that down and I'm wrapping some hair around it. And that's just to, start off the wrapping process. If you just start at the edge, it will just slip off, so some hair needs to be in and be wrapped over it to be able to stay on. So basically I was just continuing to wrap down all the way down. Make sure you cover the twists all the way. Don't forget to do that because you don't want any twists to come through the wrap. So just keep doing that all the way down. So at this point, I'm just trying to see where I want the black hair to end to begin starting braiding the brown hair. For this ombre look, I didn't want it to look so even and clear cut because that's just not appealing to me at all. So I tried to do it at different lengths. As you can see, some of the brown start earlier and some start later. So that's just what I'm trying to match up right now in this clip. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm basically trying to seal the black end of the faux loc. So my method of doing this includes leaving a longer piece out. As you can see, it's in between my two fingers, and then I cut the rest of that off just to make sure it's not too bulky at the end. But I leave the longer piece to be able to wrap up. That's the method that I use to seal the end. I take whatever is left and I wrap it around itself, wrap up, wrap all over, just to close it, basically close the ending. But if you leave the braid, if you leave all the hair at the same length, then you won't have that extra long piece to, just wrap it around and give it that extra hold. So that's why I do this method. And this method is unique to the ombre only because I'm not braiding all the way down. I'm braiding to where I want it to go, and then I cut the hair myself. So that's why I do this. So now that we're done with the black end, we can move on to the brown end. This is actually, I believe, it is a color 30. Which isn't really brown, but it appears brown to me, so I just call it brown. But anyways, as you can see, I cut the hair in half. I don't want it that long. And at this point, I'm just trying to find where the end, the black end of the braid I was working on ended, so I can begin. Sometimes I like to fluff it out. It helps with the spacing so you don't see any black seeping through because the braid under is black. But at times, I didn't do that all the way. It only depended on if the piece of hair that I used was thick or not. This one wasn't so thick, so I decided to space it out. So now I'm trying to show you a bit. It's getting a little bit hard because it's longer, but you want to completely cover the spaces so there's no black or whatever undercolor seeping through, specifically for the ombre. I mean, if that's what you want, you can also, leave the color to show a little bit too. If you had a cute little darker brown undertone in there, and you could add more tones to your ombre. But I just had black, so it wasn't anything special. So I'm just doing the same process, wrapping down, and when I get to the end, that's where the lighter comes in. So I got to the length that I desired, and now I'm just gonna cut the end off. As you can see here, and then try and look for it because I lost it. Oh, found it. And then now apply the lighter to seal the end. And try not to burn your fingers. I did this a couple of times and it hurts, so be careful with this. I probably used the wrong type of lighter, but hey, it worked. That's what I had, so work with what you got. As I struggle with the lighter. Anyways, So at this point I just palm roll to keep it in and seal it in that much more. When it's melted, it kind of takes on a little bit of I guess like a melted plastic shape, so it's easier to like deform and stuff. But anyways, I still had a few more to go, but that's just what I wanted to show you for the video, and I'll come back and show you the end result. But as you can see, I was feeling myself and I was feeling the hairdo, so stay tuned and see the end result.